Hey, what's up? This is Brian from adspend.com, and today I am super excited because I am here with Sebastian Ospina. He is an agency owner from Colombia, and he helps info business owners scale to 6 and 7 figures using his launch formula and running YouTube ads. He's also a part of the Ad Men Mastermind, and I wanted to interview him today because of his amazing results. So Sebastian, without further ado, why don't you just give the people a quick introduction about you and honestly, what you were doing before we even started working together inside the mastermind.
Cool, man. Thanks, Brian, for this space. So my name is Sebastian, but guys, you can call me Pian too. Everybody called me Pian. And okay, I have been working with this industry of digital marketing for my last 3 years and a half, I think. I started as a freelancer without knowledge, without anything. With bankrupt, my father's got bankrupt. I got bankrupt too. We didn't have any money, so I start from scratch, and I start getting my first clients. I worked with local clients at the time, but I didn't get any results. So, at this moment, I decided to join to one agency. I did remember your story because I joined to a person that is very famous right now because we scale up him to more than 1 million or 2 million, something like that. At this time, and it starts like a trafficker. No, I start like a trafficker, so media buyer. And then at this time, I didn't get paid enough for the job that I was doing because we scaled from scratch to 6 figures, 7 figures, and I wasn't getting the results that I deserve. But I didn't see that at the time. So I start getting my own clients for a part beside to while I was working with them. So I start working with some clients, and I found one client and we start working together. So at the same time with this agency, I got 2 clients more from them, and we scaled them, or I scaled them to 6 figures. We sold 500 grants with one of them, and the same thing, I didn't get the results I want to get. So at the time, I saw one of your videos, I remember, that say why I quit my job and all this stuff. So at the time, I decided to take that decision. This is before to join this mastermind, and all this start. It was, how can I explain? But it's like a Robert Kiyosaki says, when you are in this result, and in other moment you jump to start getting another results, exponential jump, something like that. So it was really cool. And right now I got a waiting list to people that wants to work with me, and I have been closing some deals, consulting on all this stuff. And recently we just launched. We paused the 100 grants.
Wow.
It was cool.
Yeah, huge, man. So just to recap here, right? You started off as a media buyer, right? A trafficker, as you said, right? Working for a company, and you helped them go to, 1 million, 2 million. And unfortunately, as you learned, right? And how it always goes, just like it happened to me, you were making, decent money, but not enough money to justify the revenue you were bringing into the business. And so obviously that caused you to want to earn more money. And so you ended up starting, to work with an agency. You got a few clients on the side. Same thing happened though. You helped them go to a couple $100 grand, but it sounds like you didn't get paid what you deserved or felt like you deserved for the revenue you were driving, right? And then ultimately you came across my video on YouTube, which was the whole why I quit my $100,000 a year corporate job. And that was the same thing that happened to me, right? I was making, $100,000 a year, but I was also driving, millions of dollars as well. And that ultimately caused me to look for income in other areas, which was on the side as a agency. And so fast forward to where you are now, you took the leap, right? You went all in on yourself. You built it. You have the agency yourself now, and talk to them about, and tell us about, like, what have your results been since joining the program, since joining the mastermind specifically?
Sure. Since I joined the mastermind, my first results, well, I'm gonna start 2 steps before, because when I decided to join the mastermind, I didn't have the whole money, because one part of this money I wanted to invest on another program. no coach programs in just another lunch in not spending. So when I did that, man, I went all in. I say myself, I'm gonna do this work. Fuck, I pay you the rest, this part, and the other part, I start moving that money, and I got the result. So I pay you the rest, and then 2 months later, I made my first 43K in month. So it was really cool. After see of the part of this part of mindset, YouTube ads, closing everything. So it was really cool. Yeah.
So $43,000 in a month, man. What before that? How much is the most you've ever earned in a month? Would you say, like personally?
Before that,
Yeah.
the biggest one was 10K.
Wow, from 10K to $43,000 a month. So last month, and when you closed out the month, like when you looked at the $43,000, and you look back on you leaving the job, right? Like, was it worth it?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I say to myself when I wait, I say this have to be. I gonna get the result. I was pretty sure. I was pretty sure. And something that I have been learning is how do you want to get 40K, 50K, 100K if you are not willing to pay 10K? So if you don't want to pay anything, but you want to get paid, it doesn't have sense, you know. So for me, it was fuck. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, dude, I love it. That's the attitude, 100%. It's like you got to invest in yourself to be able to be worthy of other people investing in you, especially clients as well, right? Like it's hard for you as an agency owner too, and I've discovered this as well, to sell a high ticket, 5K plus 10K retainer plus percentage of revenue or profit if you're not living up to that standard yourself with your business as well. And so, it's a huge mindset shift that it sounds like you've had. So like, talk about when you joined the mastermind, right? Because you were part of the second cohort. And when you joined the mastermind, like what was the first, biggest shift you had inside of the mastermind?
Focus. Focus and leave the things that I got an emotional contract, I could say, because I was working with some client, but it was I was losing my time. So, in other words, I was losing my time, and I was getting another clients too, but I wasn't. I was indecisive. So I say to myself, okay, I'm gonna follow what Brian says. Just focus on one client, and then start to getting more clients, but focus on a little clients that's gonna give you to the 100 grand. So this was my first move that I did, and it works a lot. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, because I remember we had a conversation, right, when you were like, man, this one client I'm working with, they're a big client, like in terms of the brand, but they're taking all of my time and energy, and the deal structure just doesn't, and then they move slow too, which is funny because you think when you work with a bigger company, right, who's more established, who's more recognized, it's going to be a piece of cake because they have all of the operations, the sales, all that. But in reality, it's actually quite funny because what happens is there's a lot more middlemen and things take slower, they take longer, and it's a lot of, obviously hoops to jump through, if you will. And then you ended up focusing on a better client with the upside of the revenue, and then you had a huge launch and you got paid what you deserved because of your participation and focus on that one client. So yeah, it's huge, man. And I guess, what would you say, like, in your opinion, right, what would you say besides focus, what's been the most like transformational just part for you just being inside the mastermind for the last 2 months? Like, because it's only been 2 months, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah. And another thing is have the opportunity to share with people from other countries, because that's another thing that I decided to do. I say, okay, if I quit, I want to change all my circle. I want to start hear other people. I want to start involved more in this industry of BSLs, funnels, closings, calls, because in the circle that I was, it wasn't like that, It was just lunch about these stuffs, but I was tired about it. And I say, okay, I I need to change myself. I need to change the people that I am here every day, the people that are writing to in school, because everybody helps everybody, right? It's really cool. You feel the community there. So, and obviously your support and the Nick support and all your team supports is amazing. So this thing also makes you start thinking about, well, if these people are making this kind of money, why I can't do it that? Because they are like, they have the same fingers, the same arms, so I'm gonna be able to do it that too.
Yeah, it's the community, right? Being around other members who are also at different stages, greater, lower, and we're all helping each other rise and grow together. Like today, the call we had, right? Like that was a freaking sick call, man. Like Yasir shared some knowledge and like I was loving it. I was taking notes and I was like, damn, I'm learning here. And that's the whole point of a mastermind, right? A lot of people join, programs just for the content, right? But what the mastermind does is it allows us to really collaborate as a community and really help each other grow, because it's not just about the tactics. It's usually about the mindset and the actual, like, the person. So it's huge. Accountability is big, big, big. That's sick, man. That's so huge. And especially you being from Colombia, right? Because, I remember I was working on you for a while. I was like, bro, we got to get Sebastian in because he's from Colombia, bro. My wife obviously is from Bogota, which is where obviously you're from as well. So it's like, man, and we're actually going to go to Medellin. I told you next month. So I'm excited to potentially, hopefully we can get together when I'm out there. That'll be sick. Have a little Ad Men Mastermind meetup. But I honestly, dude, last question I have is like, okay, community, huge month from 10K to 43K a month, just going all in on yourself. It's a freaking inspiring story, man. There's not many people in Colombia that are doing those kind of numbers, really, dude. And it's so like, and I know this because of my wife and what she's told me. And so it's like just sick to see you really taking power and lead and really being an influence to your local, country, because that's something that everybody watching this should really aspire to be, man. And I'm really proud of you, first of all, just from my end, dude, having you being a member. And like, I guess my last question is like, what would you say to somebody who's on the fence about joining the mastermind, but they know they want to scale, they know they want to work with better clients, they know they want to charge more for their services, just like you felt like you deserved more, and they want to be around a community of like-minded marketers who are all trying to get better, but they're on the fence. Like, what would you say to them?
Just do it. That's the word. Just do it. If you want to grow, if you want to meet new people, if you want to not just meet people that are doing the things that they teach, if you want to scale, if you want to expand your mind, and if you want to really grow, yes, just do it. Just do it. Yes. When I shared some stories about it, a lot of people started writing to me. It's, oh my God, what are you doing? What this kind of meeting where you are and all this stuff? I said, cool. I am in the mastermind, and everybody's like, wow, I want to do it that too. So obviously, I highly recommend to anyone that is thinking about joining to the mastermind, do it. Because just with the first session that you teach about how you can change your mindset, how you can start change your habits, how you can start tracking your food, your money, everything. It's not just about YouTube ads. YouTube ads is one part of it. But when you want to be an Ad Men Mastermind, it means that you are a whole. You're gonna have your mindset, habits, traffic, YouTube, copywriting. You become a person that integrally have all these skills, because it's not just about you have the skills. You could have the skills everywhere. Many people there have some skill, but they don't have the mindset to expand this and monetize that. So
yeah, 100%.
I highly recommend that.
Well, dude, I appreciate it, Sebastian. And honestly, I think eventually it's only a matter of time before you have your mastermind in Colombia, bro, where people are wanting to go learn from you. I really believe it's going to happen in the near future, dude, because I believe in you. And dude, tell the people where they can find you on social media if they want to get connected with you, if they want you to help them run their ads. Where can they find you?
Sure. You can search me in Instagram like tian.ospina, TITAIN.ospina.
Yeah, TIAN period OSPINA. That's at Tian period Ospina on Instagram. You can check him out there. See all of the amazing work and case studies he's done. And I'll go ahead and link that in the description of this video as well, so you can connect with him, ask him any questions. He's an amazing dude, and I know he'll help you out. And definitely work with him. He can crush with ads, as you've already heard. Sebastian, thanks so much, man. I appreciate you for doing this.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks so much.
All right, peace. All right.
Yeah.